Namaste friends. Today we will be discussing about the tariff war initiated by Mr. Trump. See, Trump has more ego than his slogan Make America Great Again. I mean, his ego is greater than his nation. But we Indians, but our government is putting India in front of all the egos. Like Trump has demanded 2 to 3 demands with India, which are to purchase F-35 fighter jets, reducing the tariffs on American agricultural goods. But you tell me, how can India reduce it where 70% population of India is based on agriculture? And how can we take the food from our farmers' plate? Then the other demand was stop purchasing oil from Russia. India firmly ignored all 3 of them, like F-35 fighter jets. We don't want them because they are not performing good. The other is, as I told you, we are seeing our farmers and not looking for the pressure from American president. And the third one is purchasing oil from Russia. Why don't we buy? We are a sovereign nation, and we will buy any goods which are cheap on any part of this world. If it is cheap, we will purchase them. And there comes the great ego of Mr. Trump, and he levied tariffs on India. In fact, he levied tariffs on entire world, stating that the trade deficit that those countries are with America, to fulfill that trade deficit, he is sanctioning the tariffs on different countries. Like Pakistan, they levied around 19%, Bangladesh 20%, India 25%, and Canada 35%. He levied different tariff rates on different countries, even though Pakistan and Bangladesh went to USA and negotiated trade deals, but still they are levied 19 and 20 respectively. So what was the point of trading? I don't know. In fact, Pakistan is losing with this trade deal, as the Russia is at subsidized rate providing at same amount which Russia is providing to India, but Pakistan is purchasing at a higher rate from USA. So where is the trade deal? I didn't get it. If we talk about India's stand on these tariffs, India is very clear that India and its politics is strictly leaning towards the benefits of this nation. Anything which is not in the benefit of our nation, we won't accept it. So who is going to lose from these tariffs? The tariff war which Mr. Trump has started, who is going to lose and what they are going to lose? You see, America is losing a very big part of its credibility. The trust from America is reduced drastically, and America will face inflation. And as the tariffs are increased, the imported goods will be costlier. So ultimately, who will pay them? The consumers will pay. The consumers will pay the cost. So the disposable income will be reduced from the Americans, and eventually it may lead to recession. And then if we talk about the manufacturing sector of America, even manufacturing will lose a big part of money. Like you see, if the components and raw material which are required to produce the final output, if the raw material is increased because of these tariffs, eventually the cost of the product will increase, and that cost will be levied on the common citizens of America. So nobody is going to benefit from this tariff wars. But if you see, we got nothing to lose. Experts say around 1.5% of our GDP will be reduced because we sell a lot to USA. But there is a catch. What do we export to USA? We export IT, we export pharma, we export jewels and jewelry, I mean gems and jewelry, we export gems and jewelry, we export food, we export seafood, spices, chemicals, auto parts, and textile and apparels. These are the 8 to 10 sectors where we export to USA. So let's break down each sector and what are the impacts that India will face because of these tariffs. You see, IT is a service. IT is a service sector, and these tariffs are not lived on service sector. So we are safe from these tariffs. The IT sector is safe from this tariff. Imagine if Trump brings some kind of rules and live the same tariffs on IT also, still then you don't have to fear, because the quality of engineers we have and at what cost they make the product is very competitive, and there is no other country which can provide such a great number of engineers to develop the product. So the IT sector is safe. Then comes pharma. You see, around 40% of imports on pharmaceuticals of USA is being fulfilled by India. So there is no other country which can provide this quantity of pharmaceuticals to America. If at all they produce, they cannot match our price, and if at all they match our price, they cannot match the quality. The quality which Indian pharmaceuticals export to the other countries are unbeatable. So even pharma is safe, and if not, soon the citizens will pay higher cost to purchase the medicines. And then comes the gems and jewelry. You see, who buys the gems, the cut diamonds of our Surat? Who buys them? The rich individuals buy the gems. So if they want to purchase a gem, they won't see the price. Their decision will not be affected by 15 to 25% of tariffs. Eventually they will buy it if we provide good quality and a brand, which we do. So the gem sector is okay. And then comes the jewelry. There will be some effect on jewelry, but our Indian jewelry has great demand across the world. So if not USA, we can tap to other markets like UAE, like Israel, like United Nations, UK, to other markets. So more or less this gems and jewelry sector is also safe. And then comes the electronics. You see, China is a country which can mass produce the electronics and supply at very low cost than us. But the catch is, America levied more tariffs on China than India. So eventually the electronics will be exported from India only, because we have cheap labor, we can produce the goods at cheaper rates, and we can compete the market. So they will buy the products with a higher price. They have to buy. And the electronic sector is also safe. And then comes food, seafood and spices. You see, the basmati rice which we export, even Pakistan exports the basmati rice, but at a very high rate. Their rates are much higher than the Indian basmati rice. So even if 25% is lived on our product produce, they will eventually buy the same. The same is with seafood like prawns and all, and the same is with spices. So our food sector is safe enough for the near future. And then comes chemicals and auto parts. You see, the manufacturing factories or the industries that are situated in America needs organic chemicals, which India provides to them. And if we stop providing the chemicals, then their production will eventually drop. So buy from us even if the price is a little higher. And the same is with auto parts. So this sector is also safeguarded. So what or which sector will be affected? See, the textile and apparels, this sector will be affected very badly, because China and Bangladesh are sitting to cater the demand of this textile industry. But what the counterpart we took is, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji, has initiated a Swadeshi drive in Varanasi rally. He called all Indians to purchase the locally produced items. By the domestic output, then the mismatch will eventually get reduced and it will not affect our GDP or the growth of our GDP. Hope you do the same. Buy the clothes, buy the bags and all the apparels only Indian made, which will eventually help our nation. And if at all you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe.